Good morning, folks. Oh, let me get that out of my pocket. Coffee packet. So it's 10 o'clock now, just turned. On 22nd day, 10th month, 2022. There's a lot of deuces to be added up in the numerology today. So I would expect this to be a magical day. Numerology, some people believe in it, and they do certain things during times of their beliefs. I'm looking at here is the combination of Australia itself. I just almost nowhere I can go where I don't see toxified air. Oh, that lady should have told me the town. Yeah, that's Radelaide, Seduna. Hey, Seduna. See the big square over here and the combination of it all? This place here is a repeated cop. This gets a lot of brunt. It's almost like they use it for a drag to get the spin, like they used the islands off Brisbane and Harvey Bay to create very predictable drags on storms to draw them in along the coastlines. Now, I've been noticing that move for a very long time. It's textbook, really. Textbook creation of a condition that can do that. And it would happen naturally. That's why those islands look that way. Uh-huh. So what I'm looking at here is a definite, obvious chem bomb deployment here in the higher deck of clouds. You got clouds down low, then this crap over the top of them. And a chemtrail underneath them. So you got 3 layers of shit. That's doing a curve, because maybe it was going into the airport. Or something. Hard to say. I just know I see it. It's spread out. It didn't dissipate properly. You know, where it just disappears. Dissipate. And so I anticipate that blocked a lot of sunshine from the phytoplanktons and stuff that rely on the energy of the sun to live and thrive. To live and thrive. And I imagine that this stuff here isn't allowing many creatures to live and thrive. Acid rain is very harmful to foliage. But we know this. And the sulfates that they admit to using in the atmosphere is unacceptable. Just because of that reason alone. And what it does to the water in the whales, the sea turtles, and the variousnesses of the things I love to see so much in their natural existence are going away. Do not get a vote. What I'm doing here is pointing at a chem bomb line. Squares, 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 squares. Here's some new nucleation. Boom, 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 boom. That's the dog. Yeah, seems like there's always a cool shape this way. No, that's Dingo. Hey, Dingo, how you doing? He just knows the snout and the thing. That's Imaginarium, you know. You should keep this part of yourself alive. Because I'll tell you, some of the stuff I look at is horrendous. And as I look off the coast of Australia, if anything was ever a crime scene, this is it. The only thing misses now is for somebody to take the chalk and draw Mother Earth herself out here. This is where she died. You know, I see this when I look out here, and I'm so saddening. Microwaves down here, and then you got another layer of stuff above them, right, and booming, and you got tendrils of this in extremely high atmosphere, right, and a chemtrail going across from a flight. So there's a lot going on here, and that'll be island sticking up beautifully above that you could see it. You know, this is a reef-like thing. You know, this is life that needs this sunshine that humans have decided is such a bad thing for the planet. We're carbon-based life form. Do we just go sequester ourselves before we do this today? Really. If this was stabbed today, I would jump in a grave and say, bury me. That would stop. I'd do that. That's a very tall cloud. Boy, I bet that made a really cool shadow when the sun went. Yeah, that could have cast a shadow for a vast distance. Really could. So it's the shadows in that direction. The sun was here. I bet you guys seen one of those. Oh my God, look at these weird shadows in the sky. Because that's really tall. It's very square. Yeah, that would yield that type of thing for a vast distance here. Under certain angles of the sun setting behind it. I bet that was quite a sight. Anybody get a picture of it? Please share it with us all. Because I'd expect that. So don't send me a picture freaking out about it. Because I'd be expecting that. Let's think natural first, man. When it comes time to go full retard, I'll do it first. I'll go mega tired on that, right? Because we're going to be retards, man. I'll be like the Optimus Prime. Mega tired. Why not? I'll own it. And if you don't like me using that word, it's okay. As long as I never use that word pointing at somebody and say, hey, with a disability. Because you do that in front of me, I'll correct you quick. You don't do that. You don't degrade the disabled about their disability. Ah, we joke about other things. Hey, nice hair. Those kind of things that we all have in common. And there's the Turkish mustache over there in the ocean. A much different color than that one. You see, this is what I'm talking about, pollutants. Yeah, it's a chem bomb of a different type of material than that. And then suddenly everything here looks sulfated. To say that's sulfur, I'd be ignorant. We need to sample this to get exactly what is right, but that is a very sulfuric look to it. If you look right in the center, you see some dots. Oh, wait, you'll see where they decided that this part of the image does not need to be spliced together clearly, because they not want you to see this. You know what? They don't want you to do a lot of things. They don't want you to go and check into and type the hashtag exposed to 28. They don't want you to do that either. So go do what you don't want it to do. Right? Because if you don't do the naughty things, well, Christmas is too predictable. Yeah, really. How unpredictable Christmas. Look at the booming and the pluming here in the middle of nowhere. Hey, hi, let's just have a big blowout of the cloud while a wake is going the opposite direction. Okay, this is an impossibility without geoengineering. Yeah, I'm trying to remain calm because it's going to be a rough day. I just want to cover some of these conditions. This is a reflection of the sunlight back out toward the satellite. Yeah, you see how wave reflects a lot because there's so much shit in the air. This is the reflectivity zone. Yeah, it's different in here. But the land might be black and some a different effect. But you see the color of it? I mean, that's not healthy. This is, wrong. All right, I'm going to go on over and look at a few items for you. I just needed to show you that. One of the first things I noticed this morning was evidence of beaming. Right out here from Brisbane. I was actually watching it last night. They let it slip. I'll show you. Let's see if they're still there. Yeah, they actually let one slip. Right here. They let it slip. Go out of the composite, and you see the beams coming out here. Boom, bzz, 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 bzz. Well, those were out last night, and it blew out a section of cloud. Everybody's like, "Yay! I can see this. I can see the sky." And I was telling a few people, I said, "Nah, man, wait till that thing forces over the top of that beam. It's caused a curl. This is what's bringing the fuckery in. Look how that's stationary. That's stationary. That's a chem-bomb waveform of energy from a Nexar station over here." When I went in way in, and I mean way in, you could see the bzz so good. They changed it. It's a change. Yeah, I had her last night, but it's okay. And then I go to the Doppler. I can pick up a lot of chem-bombing with Doppler. Yeah, this is what's moving towards the radar is in blue. What moves away from the radar is red. Okay, they shift it. And this is how fast it's going that way. Now, if I look over here at the moving toward, and I suddenly see something moving away, I'll look real close about that flow, right? You can see the evidence of the beam itself right here on the Doppler. Right here outside, nucleating condensate's different. You can see it here too. Yeah, the BOM, you screwed the pooch. You showed it me. You are the Bureau of Morons. You're not a bureau. Morons can be put in a bureau. Right, all I got to do is just write Bureau of Meteorology, Australia, and put it in a drawer. My bureau here, and yeah, I got morons in the bureau. You ever feel owned? Well, when they own us, I'll own them back. So there's evidence of them beaming the storm right here on Doppler. And there's evidence of them beaming the storm right here on Windy. Yeah. I showed it to you at the beginning of the loop. This is the 1 hour. Beam, beam, beam. Oh, no. Coming right through this line. Let's see if we can roll the 6 on this while I go look at something. Now, I go out here. Right. It's very, very whited out, as we would call it. But you can see all the chem bombs streaming over here toward Gundawindi and Tamworth. This one blowing off here between Dubbo and Tyree, Orange and Sydney, all in this one area here, where an incredible amount of inundation is going to occur. But the main event is going to be for the weed heads up through here. Yeah, I saw that sign. That's gold. I bet it's been done many times. Yeah, you drop the T and you got the weed heads, man. There's some cool folks over there. When I was over there, I was a weed head. Hey, Mulaney, look right here. You're getting chem bomb. They came and then they bombed somebody's brain right here. But Mr. Glitch was a mean one, had no brain up there. You have sawdust in your head. You're becoming quite a painy, getting rich in Mulaney. You're a bitch of the system. You give the official state line, Jeffrey. I hear you used to be an activist. You know, maybe I'm going to talk to you in a Luke Skywalker to his father kind of way. I know there's good in you still. You can do this, Jeffrey Higgins. You can still be forgiven by me. By being honest about these boom boom plums and allow people to have freedom of speech in your group that you charge money. Watch this go the wrong direction. Hi, Mildora. Whammo! That's a chem bomb fueled storm, and boy, is it gonna fuck you off. That's not an easy one. So it looks like you're about to get yours. The chem bombination of it. You got this, Jeffrey? You can still do. Be honest. I hear you as the activist, so that must have been your chemtrail sticker I seen in Mulaney at the bus stop, across from the cheese shop and the bookstore. There's a little there's a bus shelter, and there's a little coffee shop. They make a really nice chai lattes. I've been there, and I seen a chemtrail sticker there. That must have been yours, Jeffrey. Were you one of those nutters that you called me? I think you were. You're not a nutter, man. You had it right. You were correct, and you were doing the right thing. And I kind of expect you to do it again. So quit acting like great greedy gums, and let honesty come out of your mouth. Because your fingers be lying like fuck in some of the stuff you say. And here's your forecast that you may now charge people money for, okay? Which disgusts me. Because these people are about to get this. I'm coming right to it now. Now, here's your 24. Your event has begun. And here's your, that ain't going to give you what I want. Here's your 2. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're there. Your time to react is over. If you listened to me yesterday, fantastic. I do think down south here you do have some time, but not much. You're going to get it in pretty quick order. You go from 2 centimeters to 12 like a snap, and the water's already here headed this way. Grafton, you're fucked. Gordon Brook, you're not as bad. Somebody asked me, you're in a bad spot, but you got plenty of high areas around that you could quickly access, right? Quickly, and I didn't see no big thing. Somebody asked me about this one brook, so I went and looked. So there you go, I've done it. How about that, huh? Is that just, somebody said Rob D would never do that for you. Somebody don't know Rob D. And yeah, again, this area here is in, jeez, I'm running out of adjective. Fucked. I'm just going to say it. Cuyahoga, you're still greatly fucked. Greatly fucked. But not as bad as Doubtful Creek, this area here. And yeah, at least I gave Liz Mortar a warning many days ago. And I did copy. Why are you going to win these people up? Why? Because they deserve honesty. You know, they say they won't tell us stuff because they think we're going to panic. But when I tell my people stuff, they act in a very orderly manner. Oh, look, they juicing it. You're going to get just a little less just here. Bullshit. You're going to get the same. Them motherfuckers couldn't forecast a fart if you fed them a fucking curry. All the water's coming to you. And you're going to have problems Ballina, and you're going to have problems Woodburn. You're going to have problems Byron Bay, but at least your main street will just look like a waterfall going out to my spot where I enjoyed playing in the drum circle out there. One of my favorite memories. The guy playing the horn. God, you're awesome. You're not over the top. You do come in perfect every time. Nice volume. Nim bim, bada bing bang bong. You got very little time to get your bottomland people clear, get your stuff off the floors, your main street. Why don't you go put a surfboard up there? You might be able to go a long way. And he's coming around the mountain. Wow, man, look at he's curled out right off the edge. Wow. Brunswick Heads, fucked. Crabs Creek, fucked. Hastings Point, fucked. Corona Beach, fucked. Kingcliff, fucked. Fernvale, fucked. Murwillumbah, fucked. All these town names here, fucked. Chillingham, fucked. Not as fucked as Murwillumbah. Totally fucked. Because they got 2 rivers on each side, and that Tweed's, it's over the banks. Hey, the dams along the way, I just don't know. Quit asking me, are the dams going to break? I don't even want to think about it. I'm not manifesting that. Did they let the water out is my question. Did anybody react and just turn a valve to control release anything? Because, I don't trust the government when they tell me they want to build back better before the need to build back was there. That kind of also bothers me. And while I'm not gambling with my life or yours, the Richmond River will flood. So know this. Know where your high spots are. Make sure you save what's important. I've already told you the list of those things. Do you have rope? Have you bottled any water for yourself to drink? Basics. Can you cook off a bunch of spaghetti, put it in a bag so you have something that you can nutrient yourself with that you don't have to cook? A hole for a day or so with some sauce next to it. You ain't got to heat it up because remember, if nobody got no food in the world, the smell of your food will get you killed. You have it ready to eat and get it where they can't take it, and you're good. I have some feelings that I'm liking that total there for 3. Now 5. That's good. It's better news, but that's them. They're very conservative. Look what they're saying for Lismore. I've got to show you this. You guys, I'm gutted. Clunes will be in ruins. You count on it. Right here, that particular spot, right here. Bexhill. Get up to the hill. Don't be in the lawn. Don't be down here near the Boat Harbor Nature Reserve, Wilson's River, where it goes around a corner, will bust easily. My God, this is a bad setup. This is anybody made one of them airboats for the Everglades yet to get people around? You're going to need it. Right, get you high spots, pick your campsite. You're going to be there for about 5-6 days. Don't get comfortable after it's over. Because I'm seeing something I'm not liking, but I'm not trying to wind you up yet. I'll never try to wind you up after it. My God, you poor folks. Man, the geocondition-wise, it's an absolute shit show. All the toxins in the air, all the conditions for Melbourne is setting up. I think they've underplayed you because here's your storm starting here. And that thing's moving the wrong direction. Everything's moving south. This thing over here near that bend in the old dingo moves north. See it? Watch, I'm going to go backwards in time. Now, everything's moving that one direction, and this thing is not. We're moving towards that storm. 2 squares moving towards each other with a square on the low deck moving toward it. Big bomb going off here. See this concentric rings and a center point. It's like a ripple in a pond. It's obvious. If it isn't obvious to you like that, you want to buy the Sydney Bridge? I got the Emperor's No one. It's dehydrated. You just pour this out of the bottle and step back. Put water on it and the bridge will pop up. Meanwhile, somebody's sipping a cushy drink somewhere. You guys get duped by your politicians. Brewarina, Cambabina, boom, boom, and bo. And they bombed you in double. Smudgy mudgy, soggy scolds. Tamworth, you are gonna get fucked, but not as bad as Lismore. If his head is getting fucked now, and Tweed's head will be weed heads. Hallelujah for the weed heads. Hallelujah. What a fucking fucked up shit. All this is falling in your food and you're gonna eat it. They're booming and they're pluming, you seen it. Have some more toxins, take a big bite. Your garden doesn't care. It don't grow at night, boom, boom, pleated. I mean, really, your shit is so toxic. I'm surprised you can't just take a piece. If you grew like a broccoli and let it out in this rain, I'm surprised you can't strike it along a flint or something and it's sparking like a match. Because this stuff is fire accelerants. If you had a fire after this dries out, it's going to be fierce. Triple formation, boom, boom, plum, right here. The delta. Boom, 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 plum, 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 plum. It's bad, don't you know it? You know, Pinocchio's lying nose. Woo! Hee motherfuckers. Take it, have it. Fireworks show over Adelaide. Look at this, Adelaide. Kangaroo Island and all that, biggin' and pluming. I won't forget you, Tazzy. You get fucked too. Tasmanian is being treated very devilishly, and you're going to have some big rains, and here's some of the setup for it. The booming and the plumbing's making roaming for you. Hello, do you have a nice house we want here? Here, have a downpour. Mr. Pennybags is sitting back there, twirling his mustache, counting his money bags, buying new top hats. Not a very clear image. A little clearer now. Okay, man. I could see clearly now the planes have come. I could see all our oxygen disappear. They boom in the blue skies till they've turned brown. I know one day it'll be the bright, bright, bright. Hashtag exposed to 28. We'll have a hanging day. That's right. We could all be a chalketeer, man. Get you a piece of chalk and go in front of the building. They don't allow you to go in and speak. You write what you want on a pad. They'll get you there, pretties. That's the chitty chitty bang bang. Yeah, I did a boom boom plume one on that one. Kemi bang bang. Kemi bang bang. Kemi bang bang. Kemi bang bang boom. Boom, Kemi bang me boom boom, Kemi bang me boom 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 plume. I hate you hate, we don't need no, we don't want your boom boom plumes. I see you see, everybody sees the shitty shitty skies like you do. You go boom boom bang bang, and I go boom boom plum. Boom 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 plum on with the shitty shitty bang bang does. I'm telling you, this is shitty bang bang, shitty shitty bang bang. Boom boom plum, boom 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 plum. And they smell children too. Hashtag exposed to 28. You guys should be appalled. Hanging day. They should play that game Hangman again. We weren't allowed to play that at school. That's bad. Why? Because we asked because the answer to the one I did was the teacher's name. Give me a word. Charlie Morrissey. Yeah, maybe it's notorious. Yeah, look at all the plumes setting you up here, Tazzy. Not too good. Your total's wise, so I don't forget you. I can't forget you. I just never got a chance to go there. Oh, my God. There sure is a lot of country I have to go past here, and it's covered in a bunch of crabs. Took me a while. Oh, and another big swat of doodle shit. Yeah, Dargo, where does this river run? And then a river ran through your town. Actually, you look all right. I imagine it'll be a swifter creek. And yeah, yo, Ensei. Fuck. There's a little community here. You might be having some difficulties. Yeah, that is low. Now, you got some high spots around you. You should be all right. Is anybody living here? Looks like a pull-off. Is there like a scenic overlook here? I'm very curious. But there's going to be some problems there. Kind of national park looking. I don't know. Just looking at your map. The lay of the land is the lay that they gland. What a bunch of glands. I'm moving along your coast now. You see where I am? Yep. I'm moving to Tasmania. And here's your totals, my friends. Most of you are going to get is coming fairly short order. Within the 3-day mark. Boom. Coastline. As they move that down south. Oh, you got a second event. That's a new event. So really, the only parts of that you're going to have to worry about is like St. Helens in this area here. Like Scamander and little towns along the way in here. You've got plenty of days to react to that. It's just a steady on rain. Ain't too super huge. But you get a big one after this event, you're fucked. Fingal. Yeah, I'm a bit concerned for you. You got that location look to you. That's just what water does. You learning to read maps? Don't you love your mother? Oh my God, look what they just did. Look at that total. Oh, almost. Hey, you'll be praying to St. Mary before this one's over. Oh my God. So right, I'm going to go to the forecast. I mean the forecast, because you guys have getting sold. You've been hoard. They don't see any other word for it. Because damn, that's another way of saying you get fucked and you don't even get to pay. Somebody else did. Right, as the cyclonic system very predictably drags on the finger of Fraser Island, it hugs the coast and then gets another drag. Is it double splits off? Yeah, it has to. That's just dynamics. I said that happened a long time ago. And then a small oil farm there while this drags down there. So you're going to end up with another double. Has to. It goes sideways. And then this water comes in all the way down. And then it's up, back, and around. And that says when Well, some of you are looking over here. I mean, how many places can I spot? And then the fuckery moves over here. Melbourne, you got a flow. It's going to hold a bit of you off. You did have a bit of a beam come off, and I have to show you this is a big factor in your weather. This is now going to be slung. The big beam comes up and it's doing a wiper move. It's going to push this here, but more down this way. This is a beam come up here. It does a wiper move. It comes straight down through here. And I picked up on it on Worldview, actually. You can see the clear out of that beam did along this line here. Not that one. That's where two satellite images went together. This one. That'll be 90 minutes before that, roughly. That's just how that works. So they didn't leave the swath out like they did yesterday. Yesterday they decided you didn't need to see that. Oh, it's in now. Bastards. Anyway, I found a way. They'll learn. I love to watch my mother. When you stop saying I can't see my mother, I think you're doing something right to her. Right? Things that go unseen go untold sometimes. Well, I'm telling you, this is bad. So yeah, I picked up evidence of the beam swath right through here. And you could pick up the beam swath from this one. It hadn't really occurred yet. The microwaves are out there, but you don't have the condensates that you see here coming up with the crust. The wiper move out. You'll see here. Excuse me. But you see the microwaves all in the clouds. I'm all over the show today. Right? They're showing a lot of moisture there, but yet it's not raining down. And that's precipitable moisture. They collide those condensate that comes down where, when, how they want. I showed you about the levitating drops. Great big beams come along here. See it straight up the coast, isolating the area of the most intensity where it will fuel that eye. It's going to suction it right on in, and you guys are going to get fucked. Bzz, getting fried. They got a ship out here. Chinese spy ships with big bzz devices. I've showed you before, and I will show you again, but just not now. So that is the main fuckery. That's your main forecastings for the next 24 hours is coming through now. I'll turn off some of the dramatic things. We ain't trying to wind you up. I just want you to see where the drops are falling. Raindrops keep falling on the dead. Even when they had a life, the government said, oh yeah, this mask is just for you because the prophets are ringing in their ears. Bill keeps screaming. Wait, they're going to hang him higher than Haman. Yep. So it's coming out. I've been hearing in the news. They've done said that COVID, they never tested that they proved it cured anybody. And they're saying it. Can you imagine they did that to us? My God. Good thing we're concentrating on the healing, us healers. Yeah, this is that. Well, swirl your water like down a commode and then do the commode effect on your blood. That is a delicious sound of a coffee. Thank you so much for your support. I got support for someone whose name I'm not allowed to send you a message, and I don't like saying people's names out loud, but somebody sent me a nice donation and didn't get a thank you note from me. Thank you so very, 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 very much. I don't like calling people's names out because they might get abused for, you helped Robert. He didn't ask you. You supported him. You did support me, actually. You're going to put it toward a decent mattress. Yeah, I got moldy one, and I didn't like the ones I'd had. I won't have coil springs in a mattress. They are EMF emitters. There's patents going back to the 1950s. I could show you documents on this. So I've gone out. I'd rather have a cotton futon or something with hemp in it and stuff. Natural product. If it's got the vibration of the sun and the mother in it, you're going to sleep better. Don't you always sleep better in your mother's arms? That's all I got to say about that. And as we head toward Thursday, the big old lights of storms kick back on off over at Queensland. It's not going to be a good time. You know, this isn't that song like Sgt. Pepper's with a pleasant time is guaranteed for all. As a matter of fact, a pleasant time is guaranteed for the few. And it's kind of illogical. That's just not logical. Not logical. So they put me away and teach me how to be respectable. They aren't fucking vegetables, man. A vegetable just grows and it gets eaten by the system that planted it. I'd rather plant a tree If there's gonna be a bunch of nuts falling around, I'd rather at least they'll grow another tree. And as we head into Friday, the fuckery around the Tennant Creek flood corridor continues. Whoop, whoop. I hear the trains a-comin', following the chem. I hear those trains a-comin' through your home again. And they threw you in Nema prison. And time keeps passing on. I hear if I'm a good boy, they'll let me use my phone. Doo-doo, boob. I seen the planes a-comin', spraying me again. I hear the booms and plumins, I hear them in my head. I know the metals are singing, my bones are plasmating on. You plasma heads, we glowing in the dark one day. It's just the right frequency, and oh shit, we did it. They ain't gotta drop everybody at once. Who the fuck's gonna make these lazy bastards eggs and wash your cars for them? Not me. I ain't fagging for people, as they said in that movie, Mr. Chips. If you don't like that movie, Goodbye, Mr. Chips, watch it again as an adult. I fucking love it. Oh, I did have children. Thousands of them, all boys. I love that fucking line. Mr. Chips, you're a great one, Mr. Chips. You're the opposite of the Grinch from Mulaney, who used to be an activist, who admitted chemtrails were real. Now he's the system's bitch. Yeah. Bitching. Bitching and itching, he gets his wallet and he's counting the change. Give him 50% chance that something would work. But this is an accurate forecast. You've been toxified skies, things moving in the wrong direction. I've showed you this, I've showed you that. I pronounced the deaths of towns, which is the saddest thing I have to do while acting silly, because this is lowering. That's how my vibration works. I have to raise myself while I'm telling you things like this, because otherwise at least you giggled about it. Yeah, if it's the Titanic sinking, man, I'll tell jokes about what it sounds like to splash in cold water. Well, we're all going to find out what it's like to be the olive in the martini, eh? Or the log going down the toilet bowl. Or did they have the crapper back then? Because, some people actually get their inventions named after what goes into things. Like, imagine that. You invented a toilet. Your name is Crapper. But you're famous for being named for shit that goes in it. Hi, Mr. Crapper. Oh, that is a dangerous line. Yeah, I just wanted to see that again. Yeah, you guys getting exactly what I said. My forecast is still accurate, and I'm very accurate having faith in you people to put an end to the terrible oppressive policies of this nation and just beat it. We got to eat it sometimes to beat it. That is all. Eat it, then beat it. Hashtag exposed to 28. Get your asses down here to Canberra and demand your stuff. To my warriors in Melbourne, I love you. Be safe. Big love. Peace.